Yo, yo, what's up, everybody? I am a 33, soon to be 34, struggling artist. I uh, I can approach this from a number of different angles. I don't feel like I've ever been good at marketing myself. Um, I've had areas of inconsistency. I could I feel like name off another five. Um, but I think the thing that's been just kind of sitting in the pit of my stomach is I just got my Spotify wrapped, and it just seems like no one's listening. It's like it's so discouraging, and I guess coming from what my Spotify wraps looked like a couple years ago, uh, till now, it's like, yeah, I feel like I had one good song. It was like that song was the song. Everybody loved it. Everybody was in. They were listening. They were there. It's like they had my back, and it was going to be, a ride. It was going to be just an uphill climb from there. Um, but I feel like since that song has been put out, it's just been going downhill, and it sucks. It really does. It hits a really really sensitive spot because I have, if you know me well, if you know me personally, but those who know me well, I think they will have my back when I say anything that I've wanted to do, anything that I felt like I wanted to do, planned to do, said I was going to do. I did. I did. If I said I wanted it, if I said I was going to do it, if I said it was going to happen, it happened. I did it. And while I've been doing music, it's like I still haven't quote unquote did it yet. I still haven't done, and I'm not where I'd like to be. I know it's a journey, and I know that you have to be patient. You got to work hard. You really got to work at it. There is no shortcut to it. I mean, there may be, but I think with the shortcut, you sacrifice other areas of what the ultimate goal is. And I don't want a shortcut, and I'm not complaining about the work being hard either. I guess I just hit like a pit. I fell into a hole. I'm normally good with getting out of them, but now I've fallen into a pit where it's kind of hard to pick myself up out of it. I mean, yes, I'm 33, as I said, going to be 34. It's like I'm getting older, and I feel like the older you get, I don't want to say it. I haven't looked up the statistics on if this is even a thing, but I feel like maybe the less marketable I'll be. And that is scary because it feels like I'm like running out of time. Uh, but not just that, I haven't really, I can't tell you the last time I got a compliment or a good job or this is fire from a project that I've worked on, that I've put out, that didn't come from friends and family. And I'm not saying that that does not mean something. That means it means more to me, I think, than I can put into words right now. But I accepted going into this industry, and I feel, even if it wasn't this industry, I feel like if I had another business of my own, that your family and your friends aren't exactly they're not who you're marketing toward. They're not your clientele. They're not going to be the biggest supporters. They'll be great and solid ones at moments and times, but I don't, they're not your target audience. So I kind of feel like as I've fallen down more and more and more and more and more, I've picked myself back up, and I guess this is a hole that's been a little hard to pick myself up from. So as I was saying, I have now reached a point where I'm like, is this worth it? Like, is music, is it worth it? And I can't stress enough. That sounds crazy. Like, this is what I want. This is, it's what I feel. And they always say, and when I say they, I mean just you hear from people, like, you know, invest in yourself, your dreams, your passions. That's what you aim for. And you know, I believe it. I've spent thousands of dollars on all kinds of stuff, all kinds of stuff. So it's like I don't see myself not doing this, being at what my idea of success is. You know, I don't not see that. But damn, it can get discouraging. It can suck. It can suck a lot. And I do feel that's kind of where I am now, asking myself, is it worth it to continue doing this, even though it's like, that sounds crazy. It sounds crazy to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you even talking about right now? Like, be so for real. Like, you know? But that's kind of where I am with music right now. I still have plans, still have things on my agenda to put more songs out, to still put time aside to make content for it, and just studio. Make beats, make music. Like, I still have time set aside for so much. So I'm still gonna do it, you know, I still am, but man, it's been pretty sucky right now. It's been pretty sucky. So what I actually wanted to do is just kind of go over my Spotify Wrapped from this year, the artist side of it, and then look at the other two. And I guess at the end of next year, just compare it, see where it's at. I'm going to try to do more of these music check-in videos too. I feel like it would be a wonderful way to document. Alright, let's check out this Spotify Wrapped. Alright, so my 2025 Artist Wrapped. Let's go. Alright. This was quite a year for you. We will see. We will see. Alright, so total streams, just under 2,000. 1.9K. I mean, they say to take the wins is a win somehow, you know. My total listeners, 1,100. Small, intimate, groovy. Total streams, total time streamed, 6.3 thousand minutes. I got 105 hours. That is a total of 4 days. Alright, any set list would be lucky to have your top songs. I appreciate that. That is wonderful. 986 streams, 760 listeners, 35 countries. Alright, my songs that did the best, L, which I didn't see that coming at all. That was an old song, and I'm not sure who found it or the group of people that found it, but yeah. Bonds was another one that kind of came in out of nowhere at 444. Lavender, that's the song that was so popular, it's still up there. Uniform I put out this year, 82 streams. Cage, 64. So there were definitely some old songs that I had put out that are kind of getting some love. That's kind of interesting, kind of cool, I suppose. Long Live the Album. Yes, the album. My little R&B kind of experimental, I can go into that later, but yeah, Holes was that first project. That was that first project I did. Still not sure how and what way I should go about another one. You know, who's listening? Is anyone listening? But that looks like it got 81 streams. There were a couple songs on the top songs that were on that, so I can see that. This year I really want Places. Where did my music pop up? We got Australia, okay. We got Canada, alright. Romania, United Kingdom, and the United States. Romania's didn't see that, but I'll take it. Canada, I believe it. Australia, I was there. Shout out to my Aussies. Alright, what else we got? We got Is It a Bird, Is It a Plane? No, it's your super listeners. Oh, most dedicated listeners were in September. And that's not really a shock because I put out Uniform in September, so it's kind of like, all right, I saw that coming. During that month, 1% of my audience were my super listeners. 26% of the streams came from them. That's awesome. I'll take that. Like, at least they're appreciating stuff. Super indeed. Yes, 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 yes. It would have been wrapped. If it wouldn't be wrapped if we didn't talk playlists. So, my track was added 101 times. I was on 44 playlists. It's kind of dope. It's kind of dope. All right. 225. 2025 this year. Your fans turned me all the way up. Your following grew 4%. Growth looks good on you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I know. This year we looked past your top songs and found that every track had its moments. So Cage is a song on that Holes album. That's what I think. I think that's the best song, arguably. So that's kind of not a surprise. I would say that did so well. I think I was really proud of that one. It was the party starter, the song that kicked off the weekend. All right, I'll take it. Bonds. That was one of the earlier songs as well that I remember putting out. Didn't expect that to come, so that was actually pretty cool. And then there's Uniform, The Shared Treasure. That's the song that I put out earlier this year in September that I was pretty proud of as well. I thought Uniform was a nice one, something different, something fresh. I did expect that to do, I suppose, a little better, but it's not for me, you know? I mean, I do make it for me and myself, all my songs I do, but at the end of the day, it's for everyone else. So just because I had a different trajectory for it doesn't mean that I guess I didn't necessarily have to follow that. So, and we have Lavender. Again, not surprised about Lavender. That song did it. That's what people love. That was my song, and it seems I cannot get back to that. So, yeah. This year wouldn't be the same without you. Oh, and that is the end of my Spotify Wrapped. Now let's look at some of my Spotify Wraps from previous years. 2023, we had 3.8 thousand streams, 1.2 thousand listeners, 239 hours in 48 countries. Spicy. So spicy. Looking good. 2024, I had 2.8 thousand listeners, 5,000 streams, 229 hours, 61 countries. Still not bad. We got a kick with a little zest, but still a little spice. Not as much spice, but a little bit of spice. More zest than spice, but you get the point. And now we look at this year. We got 1,100 listeners, 105 hours of stream time, 1.9 thousand listeners in 53 countries. And again, I know there are areas and things that I can easily toss in to this conversation that are probably huge contributing factors to why maybe my songs haven't performed as well as they needed to. I'm not the best marketer of myself. However, it seems I'm on this pattern of just going backwards. I'm not necessarily going forward the way that I wanted to. There were small differences in the success that I was experiencing. It seems like I'm now nowhere near that. And I know that's hyperbolic, and I know that. But it does seem that I have been just not getting out there. It's like I don't think people are listening. And yes, the numbers will tell me differently. It just can't help but feel that there isn't much more time I have to make this move for me to stick before I become completely irrelevant, before I become someone that really no one's going to listen to, you know? And that sucks. Well,